But in this one, you can see when he's rambling here, the thoughts aren't connected. He doesn't look well. Now,
not at all.
Yeah, I could have just told you that off a glance. I could have seen him at my peripheral vision and told you that. I'm not even gonna hold you, but like,
well, if he was in my peripheral vision, I would have been going the other way. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to find out.
I'm not gonna lie. He might turn me into the next Joe Rogan. I might be his next ones, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not running him. I'm not running those ones. So, yep. Probably best to avoid, but even still, my main point to go into that case is like, yeah, you could clearly see like his mental state is not all the way there. Like it's very easy to see that. Like, alright, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all saw title and thumbnail. Yeah, things ain't looking too good for Liver King. For heads that don't know who Liver King is, he was one of the bulls back in the day that was telling you, yeah, man, you should probably eat like goat testicles or something. You should probably go eat bull testicles or something, because that's your ancestral tenets, man. That's how you'll become, you know what I'm saying, the strongest version of yourself. And of course, that was all BS. So, well, yeah, he really was eating the goat testicles and stuff like that. But yeah, it all turned out to be his build, his body, his whole facade was BS. It was come to find out that he was taking a lot of steroids and/or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you thought he was fake. You just didn't even think he was real. But no, it seriously came out that he was on a whole bunch of gear and all that type of stuff. So obviously, it wasn't eating this and going by ancestral tenets that got him to the way he looks. It was the roids.
Oh, him and Vitaly was partying.
Oh, must have been. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, they must have been partying.
Vitaly is not partying no more. Neither is he. But
see?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, so that whole thing had went on. But obviously now, you seeing title and thumbnail, the Liver King got into quite the legal trouble, I guess you could say. Yeah, apparently he got arrested. So we have to, of course, check that boy out. So I ain't gonna waste no more time. You know, truly be happening.
Okay.
You already know. Let's get right into it. Of course. Shout out that guy, the monotone guy. Shout out Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Share the love with Charlie. We got Liver King got arrested. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG original video. Down in the description. First link. Share the love with Charlie as always. And let's get right into it.
yes, I've seen everything that's been happening with the Liver King recently. This is someone that I've talked about over the years, and recently it's pretty clear something has happened to his mental. It's downright sad and scary, actually. He got arrested like 2 days ago now for making terroristic threats against Joe Rogan, even going
okay, so,
so far as to travel to Austin, seemingly with the sole purpose of attacking him, or, in his words, challenging him and fighting him honorably.
For anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore.
Oh yeah, nah, he's going off the deep end.
All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight.
Nah, it cooked him. He shouldn't have did the gear, bro. It cooked him. I feel like I could kind of piece together, at least in my opinion, what I think happened. Obviously, he was on his whole rise or whatever. Everybody thought, you know, he got this job naturally. He was cool and he was at the top of his game. Then he got exposed, and from that, like, that kind of drained his mental, because it's like, dang, this career and everything I was building up just got shut down because I was proven to be a liar. So that John just progressively over time just dulled his mental to where right here we're dealing with this. At least that's what I think could have potentially happened in my opinion, but either way, I know what it resulted in.
Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did.
He's going around feral on all...
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I got a boxing match or anything scheduled up, so brother, I would watch my words.
fours here, and then mentions how he's going to need the hand of a loved one to remember that feeling for what he did. But it's never clear where this even really comes from. People can only speculate and come up with game theories on what even started this in the first place, but it's very concerning behavior here. Like, the videos he's posted reminds me of the Joker tape from The Dark Knight. It feels like he's perpetually trying to cut a WWE promo.
Nah, we left the Joker vibes for Diddy.
Targeting Joe Rogan here. But when he's doing these call-outs, it really does seem like an extreme threat against Joe Rogan's life. And a lot of it is incomprehensible. So a ton of like non sequiturs jumping all over the place. So it just it's
unfortunately to say, but seems like schizomaxing. Yeah, like it's a bit of schizophrenia. Cause like what like again, we were coming off of my opinion on what was happening. Yeah, you just look so lost. Let me give it a buck.
I'm just like,
Yeah, just like yeah. How does this happen to people?
No, he's definitely
No, you could
experiencing
definitely
the
tell.
whites.
What? No, we can't say that. Let's not assume drugs. I just think like it's
Okay,
very no, seriously. Cause like, well, we know at least he might still be on gear or whatever, but that's debunked.
What is gear? Is that
Like
steroids?
roids, yes,
okay,
like roids,
that's
isn't
the
it?
whites I'm talking about.
Oh,
Is
I
the
don't know.
steroids white?
No, well, it depends. Like, see, some heads take it through the vein. I don't know.
Oh, see,
For the heads that actually, I hope I don't know. That's what I'm saying, because, like, yo, some heads would say it's really bad to take steroids. Other heads say, like, you take it for different various reasons. I'm not gonna lie. At least in his case, with the narrative that he was perpetuating, that he was all natural, he was going by his ancestral tenets, doing all the different stuff, he's a habitual liar for this. So, like, and it's just blatantly facts. He's paying, like, what, 40 grand or some John? Like, 12? Or not, maybe not 40. I think it was 12 or some John like that. A month? In roids to look at how he does, like, yo, you got debunked. I'm sorry, brother, you just got exposed as a liar. But obviously that doesn't take away from, like, it's sad to see him in this mental state and, like, obviously see him go through different mental health issues. And obviously in that factor you want him to be okay. But that does not absolve him from that previous John. I'm gonna keep it a buck though. And then with this following, it doesn't make it any better.
incoherent. So it'll be like, you and I are going to fight one-on-one. This is a formal challenge, pugilistic, the old-fashioned way. I'm going to come over there, I'm going to rip those giant nipples right off your chest, those cow udders, I'm going to wipe my whole ass with them. And then, have you ever had a dream that you thought you had and you wanted and you didn't do anything? I think it's very clear
sounds
that
about right.
there is actually a serious problem that he is facing, mentally, that is. I don't know how long it's been happening. I haven't kept up with the Liver King as much as I did during, like, the whole steroid thing, but it is very concerning. And even when it's not about Joe Rogan, his posts are just generally alarming.
I'm gonna make a quick video to weigh myself right now. In case you didn't know,
What happened to his
Face. That's
He
what I'm
got
about to say.
beat up?
What's happening? Like,
He
is
probably
he?
beat himself
Yo,
up.
if anything, he probably really out fighting bears or something now. I don't know. Like, he had to really prove he was on that type of timing or something.
I take shits on the ground. This is where I lay in the shower. I lay here on the ground. That's my enema bucket. That's my enema bucket right there.
I don't even want to look up what that means.
And that's what I'm about to do. Is I'm gonna try and get a shit worked out. But I'm gonna weigh
I mean, I guess that's good for you, brother, but why do we need to know
He's
this?
gonna go
Myself.
work out so he can use the bathroom to lose some of the weight.
I thought he would say he was just going to go straight to the bathroom.
Oh my god! I thought he was getting on the scale.
Hold on. Okay, we got to go back. This is what Charlie talk about schizomaxing. I don't even know.
my bucket. That's my enema bucket right
No,
there.
before that, go
And
before
that's
that.
what I'm about to do.
He's gonna
is
get
I'm
on the
gonna
scale. You gotta
make
go
a video
back.
to weigh myself
See?
right now. In case you didn't know.
But he said he was taking a deuce.
That's what I'm saying. He says doing this video to weigh himself, and then next thing you know, he's going to the bathroom, and now he's gonna go lay down in the shower. Making me feel confused.
Yeah, no, I think I'm very much past confused on this effort. I have no idea, in fact, what's going on. But
Next
I
thing
do
he'll
know.
Say, go to the hospital to patch up his bruises, something.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, that's what I do want to know. Is like, yeah, what's happened to his face? Why does he have like these marks
so
or
let
like
it-
scars
okay,
on his
let it
face?
play.
I take shits on the ground. This is where I lay in the shower. I lay here on the ground. That's my enema bucket. That's my enema bucket right there. And that's what I'm about to do. Is I'm gonna try and get a shit worked out. But I'm gonna weigh myself so that it's official.
No idea why his face was all cut up or why he's trying to
That's
drop
what
the
I'm saying. I
official
don't-
shit statistics here
Yeah,
and,
like-
and
I'm just so
pooping on the
confused. I'm lost.
ground and,
Yeah,
and
like-
weighing himself
and laying in the
for
shower
preparation
and-
of the poop. It's the reason I'm even showing like these moments is because all of this has built up to what's happened with him being arrested for the terroristic threats against Joe Rogan. And even though he got arrested and he has since been released after the arrest with an ankle monitor, he is continuing to make the threats.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know what he got arrested for. Like,
Literally like 15 minutes after being
was
released,
it for these threats? Like,
he went and started posting more videos making threats against him.
Good morning, primals. From the vibration plate of the greatest state in the world,
oh man.
Austin, Texas. Texas is the state, just to be clear. Bags under
You said
my
it, brother.
eyes. Haven't slept a whole lot.
I can see that.
And it's been an amazing gift. When you fracture the physical, don't sleep, don't eat much, drink much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all know this is bad advice. You most definitely should get the optimal amount of sleep and definitely get the optimal amount of eats and calories.
He ain't getting none of it.
Go deeper into something else. You gotta maybe express something else. Something else. Ask me what the password.
Is he doing this thing like kids do in the fan? Like, and it like does your voice weird? Like, yo, brother, I think you're a little too old for it.
It is to Wi-Fi. I can't wait to share it.
He's made more than just this video here, but I think this one really encapsulates everything that he's kind of been posting. He did make another video going on all fours in the hotel hallway, allegedly, but that one's been deleted, or at the very least, I can't find it. But in this one, you can see when he's rambling here, the thoughts aren't connected. He doesn't look well. Now,
Not at all.
Yeah, I could have just told you that off a glance. I could have seen him at my peripheral vision and told you that. I'm not even gonna hold you, but like,
If he was in my peripheral vision, I would have been going the other way. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to find out.
I'm not gonna lie. He might turn me into the next Joe Rogan. I might be his next ones, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not running him. I'm not running those ones. So, yep. Probably best to avoid, but even still, my main point to go into that case is like, yeah, you could clearly see like his mental state is not all the way there. Like it's very easy to see that. Like,
I'm not here to try and like say it's all because of his diet. He ate so much raw meat, raw nutsack and testicles that he used to love to preach about, and he gave himself brain worms, and now this is the result. I have no clue what's actually led to this. All I know is that there is something seriously wrong. He is supposed to be undergoing psychiatric evaluation to check his mental state.
yep, I would have suggested that way earlier.
Joe Rogan has said that he's never even really had any interaction with Liver King, so no one really knows what started all of this and why. But he is not planning on stopping anytime soon with trying to find and fight Joe Rogan, from the sound of things.
We're gonna go somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's gonna be today, if you could let my team know so that we...
Wait.
I know he...
Blow and Joe? I guess it does rhyme.
He's trying not to say Joe, but now he want to know where his family's at?
But this is the thing, though.
See?
It's like, no. But this is what I don't understand. It's like you're obfuscating of whose name this is, which we obviously know is Joe Rogan. But then you're still implicating yourself because you want to know, like, his family, all this different...
Evening, I've been thinking deeply about...
My bad,
Here
y'all.
you go.
My bad, y'all.
There
TT.
you go.
Yeah, I already know. But keep going. Keep
You
going.
want to know? Oh, I want to know. Anybody can tell me where his family is at. So now you want to threaten his family? This is why.
This is
he
what I'm
was
saying.
arrested. Oh no, but this is after. This is
No.
Charlie said this is when he came home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is after, and I got ankle monitor, and he's still threatening him. Yeah, that's what Charlie just said.
Wait. How?
He's still.
No, because he said, and this was the whole situation or whatever, like he had got the ankle monitor and all that, but I don't...
Yes, and Charlie said, what? Charlie said he's still sending...
To find and fight Joe Rogan, from the sound. Really had any interaction with Liver King, so no one really knows what started all of this and why. But he is not planning on stopping anytime soon with trying to find and fight Joe Rogan, from the sound of things.
We're gonna go somewhere.
Seriously wrong. He is supposed to be undergoing psychiatric evaluation to check his mental state. Joe Rogan has said that he's never even really had any interaction to find and
go somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's going to be today.
Like, you could just straight up just not say this. Like, yeah, you could just not say this.
If you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay...
Oh, okay. That's smart. No, he want to know where his family is at so he could be 200 feet away, because he probably got a restraining order.
away from them.
See?
Oh, please, actually, I redact that. Don't do anything to their family.
That's crazy. Basically, like trying to get the UAV online.
I'm blanked.
We gotta stay away from them, but retract that.
I'm so lost. I don't even know how to explain this.
Yeah, no, don't be lost. He lost. No, we don't.
I don't even know how to explain what he just said. Like, what?
He want to be away from them, probably because he got a restraining order. But
or some
he's
type
like,
of job. We don't
never
know.
mind. Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry. Just if you let me know where he's at.
No, we can't, brother. Brother, you should not want to know where they're at. Brother, you should not want to like have a scrap with Joe Rogan for no reason on some made up beef that's going on in the schizomaxing. You know what I mean? Like what? I don't.
Line here to locate him and his family to be aware of at all times. He then goes to try and wipe that from the record about like, no, don't do that. We just want to make sure that I'm not violating the restraining order.
See, I knew it.
Wink, wink.
Okay, so
I knew it had to be that.
So there is a restraining order.
Yeah, of course.
Then this is not making it any better. This is just implicating yourself more.
He got an ankle bracelet, an ankle monitor, and a restraining order.
But I don't see. That's what I really don't understand about the video with even more context now, because then it's like, why are you even bringing them up or any type of
He shouldn't. That's what Charlie was saying. He's still talking about them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't even bring them up, let alone forget like trying to have heads find them so you can stay away from them. How about you just don't think about them and you probably won't run into them? Like what? I don't.
Is kind of the impression there. It is a really odd thing to hear. And it's not like he needed to post this video. He could have not posted it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this be the Joe with a lot of forget just Liver King. This is just a lot of heads in general on the internet. Yo, if you just don't post half of these things, you probably won't get into trouble. Like, shoot, y'all go see a specific one tomorrow where if he, oh my gosh, if he didn't post all the videos, he probably wouldn't be about to get some jail time real soon. So yeah, no, I totally agree. But this is even a different case. I feel like, how do I put this? Because it's in a different way. Okay, y'all gotta lock in with me on here. I feel like I'm looking at Liver King in this case. Like, obviously we know he's done bad or ever, like with the previous John. But if we're talking about just for this scenario, I'm looking at him kind of how I look at Josh Block. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, their mental is very clear to see is not all the way there, bro. Like, it's done. So obviously that's inhibiting them on most things and being rational and sane on most cases. Does that mean that everything bad they've done is just, what's the name, like cleared? No, obviously they still are not absolved from those things they've done in the past. Same thing with Liver King, same thing with Josh Block and some of the Johns. But yo, you also got to look at it from that perspective where it's like, yo, these heads just need some help and like heads and they fam around them to keep them grounded and stuff like that. And I'm not seeing them there. I'm not saying Liver King family bad or evil or whatever. But somebody need to come get him in check. That's what I am saying. Like, what is happening? Like,
This thing will help me make certain. You know how good that feels.
like what? Somebody come. If his ankle monitor or something come off, y'all need to know he's going to jail for sure. So like somebody need to come get him in check, bro.
No, he's doing the vibration machine. I got that, a vibrating exercise
Oh, the pad
machine.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's why his mouth was doing.
Yeah,
Okay. I thought he was in a fan.
With the monitor on. Hey, this is great. All right.
Work. You think they're like simulating this or like running away? They're like, hey, yo, Liver King, where you at? Yo, it seems like you moving pretty fast.
Where it bounces, jiggles like that, making my ankle strong for that.
And that's why his voice
I'm
is like
picking
that.
a fight. Who's it with? Seth Rogen. It's with Seth Rogen. And
Thought it was Joe.
Who is Seth?
what's it
The
for?
same person?
I'm pretty sure Seth Rogen is a wrestler. I'm pretty.
Well, what happened to Joe Rogan? I'm getting confused. See,
Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Seth and Joe's the same person?
Never mind. Seth Rogen is a comedian.
Oh.
Then
So Seth
who am I
and Joe
thinking
is the
of from
same person?
wrestling? Am I thinking? Wait. Anyway, keep going. No. Okay, forget the wrestling thing I said. I'm gonna be giving a buck. Trilly's not educated on wrestling, so I'm an idiot for that. But
I'm
keep going.
just asking who is Seth? I
Oh,
thought
that's
it was
what
Joe.
I was looking up. Seth Rogen is this guy, but what?
But it ain't got nothing to do with this guy.
Yeah, but what realistically is what we're saying. It has nothing to do with this guy. Who he's trying to reference is Joe Rogan, as we know, and that's
Okay.
Joe Rogan.
So then he shouldn't be saying no Seth Rogen because that's somebody.
Yeah, like hold on.
Unless Joe's Rogan's name
Like,
is Joe.
This
Seth
is who
Rogen.
he's actually talking about. Like.
Now, I don't see Seth nowhere in there, so his name ain't Joe Seth Rogan, and Seth don't rhyme with Joe. So I'm confused. Somebody help me in the comments.
Family.
Now he's saying Seth Rogen now because he can't explicitly say Joe Rogan, but he
But he shouldn't have said Seth because that's a person.
That's and I get where you're coming from with that, which that puts you on a whole nother thing because now you're implicated on like, yo, okay, hold on. For people that misconstrue and don't know who he's actually talking about, yo, you're trying to go after Seth Rogen? Hey, yo, bro, what the heck's going on? Joe Rogan now, Seth? Hey,
Yeah.
like, nah, see, that's what I'm saying. Somebody got to get him under check. What is he doing?
does say like the other Rogan that rhymes with blow. Joe Blow, that kind of thing. So he's now trying to, like, wiggle around the restrictions here by throwing Seth Rogen under the bus. He's dropping the primal.
But that doesn't do anything better because now you're just slandering someone else. Or, like, you're calling out or threatening someone else. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
primal titties on him here now, saying, like, it's with Seth Rogen. But he means Joe. And I have to imagine posting these kind of videos isn't helping his case.
Not at all.
Like,
it don't help none of them. I don't know why they continue to do this. Why?
Yo, somebody come take his phone. Somebody come take his phone, bro.
Take somebody else's phone away now. I'm tired of taking phones away. And internet.
Johnny, your phone done. Vitaly, your phone done.
Yeah, my phone done. Wait, Ice, I don't know. What was that 3-day stream thing he just did? Everything should be done with him.
Everybody can't. You know what? Ice's career need to just be taken away for that.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, I can't, bro. But no, seriously. Anyway, back to Joe Rogan. Like, yeah, no, seriously. I mean, back to Joe Rogan. No. Now I'm done. Like, yeah. Anyway, back to Liver King with this John on Joe Rogan, or he's trying to reference Joe Rogan. Yeah, no, like he shouldn't be doing this or trying to keep it like what, under wraps or under peas or whatever. He shouldn't be trying to do it like sneakily. How about just not at all?
Yeah.
Like,
he is continuing to make the same threats that landed him in jail in the first place. Now, it's not just his mentality that seems to have been, like, poisoned and rotting and whatever's going on there. His body. There is something going on with, like, his entire being.
But that would make sense. Do you think, like, okay, if we're assuming that he's still doing the roids and the gear and all that, then it's probably taking a toll on his body after all this time. And if he's not, he's probably going through withdrawal. So either way, this would make sense for me with his body. Like, yeah.
In some of the videos he's posted, like, he looks so unwell physically. Like in this video, for example. This is another video where he explicitly says, I'm calling you out, Joe Rogan, I'm picking a fight with you, and he's holding 2 weapons.
I was about to say,
look at his stomach. It's distended, and his belly button looks like a prolapsed anus. His whole...
Charlie gotta stop.
I'm sorry, I just had to laugh at that one.
Charlie's funny.
Torso looks inflamed and infected. That belly button, though, I'm pretty confident is an umbilical hernia. It seems like his intestines are desperate.
Wait, is that a real? Wait, I'm not. Not to say that. No, not to say that's a fake thing. I'm like, wait.
We have somebody in our family who has that.
The better question I would have asked in that thing. This can happen. Like, wait, the better question. Wait, what? Oh, Jesus, Lord. Well, I'm prayers for anybody, that had this go through.
Desperately trying to leave the battle bus here through his belly button. That cannot be healthy. Like, it looks like in Left 4 Dead right before the boomer blows up, but he's not, like, fat. I think it's just, like, so much juice or something here. I don't know. But I
don't know how to explain this, but it's like he has abs on a gut. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
exactly what it looked like.
You know how, like, heads, they be saying for the dads, oh, you got that dad gut, you got that beer belly or whatever. It looks like he has that, and then you, like, stenciled in abs.
A six-pack on top of the gut, on the beer belly.
I don't know. I don't know the build. I don't know.
Not look
that's just
normal.
What keeps lead bad.
So, yeah, the Liver King update here is a sad one. Because I remember when it came out about all the steroids he used, he made a big statement about, like, he wasn't happy about it, and he wanted to make that change, and it doesn't seem like that ever happened. And
it didn't, but even to that argument, to go back to that, I would just look at him and be like, if you didn't want it to happen, why didn't you do it? You could have still been putting out the same rhetoric and all this and just been natural. Like, you wouldn't have had the same physique. So I guess, the stupid alpha male bulls that only respond to big muscles, fast car, and bad women, they may not respect you anymore, but who cares about them? They're thinking on a 2 brain cell level. Like, we're not worried about that. Anyone who's actually into, like, this job, like, you getting their body right and, like, obviously going through the right processes within, like, getting gains and all this, is gonna still watch you. So, again, that would just be Liver King's fault. What, brother? Why did you do 12K in roids and keep telling heads that you weren't doing roids? Like, what? Like,
things have only gotten worse for him. I do genuinely hope he gets the help that he needs here, because it is something he's...
Oh, no, that's an absolute. Because, like I keep saying, I hope his family or anybody, really close to him, somebody comes, like, is seeing this and comes to his aid, like, very much so.
Going to need professional help with, I imagine. And overall, just a very concerning spiral here from Liver King. Just wanted to talk about it briefly. That's really about it. So, yeah.
See ya, Charlie.
Just like that. You already know, man. Shout out that monotone guy. Charlie. You already know. That was Liver King Got Arrested. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the original video, down in the description first, like, share, to love with Charlie, as we always do, especially with everybody, man. Everybody putting out the good vids. Spicy right off the track, boss. Talk to him. What are we saying?
Say no to drugs.
It's not, but it's not even drugs. Are we counting steroids as drugs? Like, see, that's the thing.
Well, it is a drug.
A form, yeah.
And then, but there is a positive story, like when you have a really, really bad like sickness, they put you on steroids, and then sometimes people with asthma, they put you on steroids. What his steroids is,
and that's what I was trying to make the distinction earlier. Like, I don't want to just straight up condemn steroids or whatever, because like obviously within using them for bodybuilding, it could be potentially harmful and all that different type of jazz. But there's other use for steroids that are way more on a clear. This is a benefit like to use. So, but in the Liver King's case, now he was just blatantly hypocritical about them Johns. I'm not gonna lie. But as far as his case right now, like the boss was coming off of saying like, yo man, I just hope like his peoples come to him, man. He just truly gets some help, because yo, once you devolve down and your mental state gets deeper and deeper and things start to become more unhinged, obviously that's where a lot of things, Liver King Got Arrested, tend to go wrong.
He needs a support system.
I would 100% agree.
He'll get it.
But if anything else comes out about Liver King, you already know, me and the boss
We'll be right here
for it. Other than that, push you over to the Instagram.
Well, let me go on inside.
Like this video up if you enjoyed. Me and the boss would, of course, every time appreciate it. 6K up, 6K down, because 6K round the way, baby. I know we get down on that, boy.
And don't forget this, please.
Turn on our post notification bell every time the boss Trilly posts on this page right here. MNT Mom and Trill. That boy will be straight up on your feed. Last but not least, boss, what do you got to do on each and every vid?
Oh, I was supposed to change this up. Watch it from the beginning to the end. I'm supposed to say that in the beginning. See, you be messing me up. Watch it from the beginning to the end for the next video. Then I'm going to forget. And see you guys tomorrow at the live. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock for the live tomorrow. See everybody. Make sure you be there on time.
Factual. I ain't gonna lie. Well, yeah, no, you be on time. The time is whenever I decide the time is.
I'll be there.
I go cap, but y'all already know we usually go live around 1 around that time, so of course be there. And last but not least, we do appreciate everybody for giving us y'all time of day. A little gel sesh, had to, of course, cover the recent happenings and drama going on with Liver King. So y'all know it goes down. But like I said before, if anything else comes out, we will be sure to cover it to get obviously the full context on what's going on with this Liver King Joe Rogan situation. Other than that, though, we'll be catching y'all when we cover, unfortunately, the next bozo.
Bye.
Peace.